Well, hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I found a cat. Okay, and I'm totally not eating dinner while I do this. That's a lie. I always am. Okay. Ah! Oops. I'm the one who drew this and I don't even know what I drew. Some kind of bracelet here. Okay. This is another one of those, like, I technically had a lot of, like, I didn't have, like, really super, strict, you know, rules or anything about, the clothing. I want it to look more like it's a rope. See, how would I do that? There you go, that works. I vaguely remember what I was trying to do on this. I told you I was eating dinner, I wasn't kidding. So from what I can tell, I did draw him wearing gloves, okay? Ah. Him. Now the real thing is, am I gonna remember what colors I was thinking for this? I have it all in my notes at least. If I remember correctly, this guy wears a lot of black and gold. See, I have my moments. Is he wearing a jacket or a vest or what did I do there? It looks like it's a vest thing. Okay. I was like, are these sleeves part of it? Are they not? Who am I? Who are you? Where are we? Wong is downstairs, but I can hear him laughing. Yeah, mostly lately I've just been doing a lot of like Zo's kiosk work for the Kickstarter and cleaning up like the older pages and stuff. So it's like, it's almost kind of nice just to come back and do something like this. I still have so many Patreon stuff I gotta catch up on too though. Thank you guys for being so patient. Oh, you know what? While I'm thinking of that, I need to turn off the Kickstarter stuff. You guys don't need the Kickstarter. It's not, it's closed. Vamos. I think it's somewhere in here. Chat box. Timers? Maybe that's not it. Check commands. That doesn't look right. You know what? I bet you it's on what is it? What's my other bot called? What is it? Nightbot? Is that it? Is Nightbot a thing? I'm sorry, guys. I have to have so much, you know. Well, you guys, if you have done anything online, even if it's not streaming, the amount of like preventative stuff you have to have now, so it doesn't like you don't get spammed. I wonder if I was gonna do it all the way down. What do you guys think? Should I do it all the way down, or should I do the trim like slightly above? Oh, hi, Quotable. Sorry, I'm like multitasking here. I'm fixing stuff while I go. I've got to temporarily. How do I Unenable. Unenable. Kickstarter. Here we go. What is this? Oh, so it can be there. Where is the timer? I guess we want to turn it off. For commission, for not commission, Kickstarter. Yeah, because I don't have an active Kickstarter. I'm still not sure what I want to do with volume 12, so which is the next one coming up. Okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna try it with like a little bit of a gap. I think that might look better. Okay. So today I was like, oh, I finished The Rookie. That was on Hulu. So there's only like the first 5 seasons, but I don't even know how many are out. I think it's still airing if I'm correct. But anyways, I finished that. So I was like, what am I going to watch? And I was like, oh, I guess I'll catch up on The Mandalorian. And Wong comes in and he is like, no, I want to watch this too. Like, dude, you haven't even seen the first season. So I guess I'll go back and watch the first season. Oh, hi, Ito. I'm doing okay. I had a little more sleep than usual. So I'm a little more on the ball. Today it wasn't too bad at the comic store either, which makes sense. Although I did have to pack a gazillion packages before I left for it. Between so it's really funny. So basically, I ended up telling my my big sister Kitten that if she with the way she, her schedules and stuff, and because I'm always running to the UPS and post for Akiba Soul, if she wanted to store some of the stuff she's selling on like Macari and stuff here, I could just send it off to her. Well, lo and behold, she sold something. I sold 3 somethings together. It was a weird thing. He bought one thing and then added 2 others, so I let him combine it to get free shipping on those 2. And then Akiba Soul also sold 3 things on Macari. So I was like, oh my god. So I ended up having to pack like a bunch this morning. But it was kind of funny because I was like, everything I took out, there was all 3 of us in there. Because Wong generally just has me sell the rest of his stuff. But anything store related goes through Akiba Soul, even on Macari. You know how it is. We all need money. Money! Money, 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 money. I wonder if I still have that song. Guys, did you know it's Wong's birthday this Saturday? He has a birthday boy. A birthday boy. Sorry, I'm like, my avatar is like totally off kilter. What are you doing? Oh my god. Oh my god! Did I reset my position? Dude, I'm right here. I just realized my phone was like really... Wait, how do I do this? There we go. Is that better? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so I don't know what... I know what I'm drawing him art. It might be a lewd art of his favorite character, but shh, don't let him know. But I don't know what I want to get him. I don't have money to like a couple of, like last year I kind of splurged and bought him Wagyu from Kagoshima, but I'm sorry, I don't have that money this time. Somebody has a kidney they can lend me? Souls? Dude, do you know where souls have been? A couple years back too, I already got him the Gunpla kit he really wanted a few years back, because he really wanted his favorite suit is V2, so I got the V2 Master Grade? Or is it Master Grade or was it Perfect Grade? It's big. It's a huge chunker. So I've already gotten that one. It was not cheap either. So yeah, I don't know. I used to make like shirts and weird stuff up for him, but he has plenty of those now. I don't need to keep making them. I mean, I'll bake him something too. Give him a hand-drawn card. I mean, I'm giving him an art. He just, yeah, it's just, I can't work on it on stream. I have to be careful about making sure I don't work on it when he's around. He's watching something downstairs right now. So I can talk about it right now because I know where he is. And I heard him laughing maniacally, so the show is still going. He's watching, was it Isekai Oji-san or something? I don't know. It didn't really appeal to me. But he said he'd watch it and let me know if it's any good. I don't really like comedy much. I'm the worst at giving birthday ideas until, like, suddenly I have ideas. Like, I sent RTD a stuffed raccoon one year, because obviously we don't, well, I don't know if it's obvious, but no, I do not live near RTD. But, because he was on my Patreon, I had his mailing address. So now he knows I have it, obviously, but he had put it on there for that, so I saved it to send him a stuffed raccoon. I send him cookies for Christmas every year now. Just buy him a Big Mac. You know what? He likes those, but I would want to do something fancier. But yeah, I can't even like get him steak because he likes the fancy steak now. Ugh. I don't know. It's so hard. I was like, we keep getting like different Magic games at the store because I work at a comic shop too, and it's like he likes Magic, and there's some really crazy things. But every time I've like asked, I actually messaged his the group of friends like that come up to do like tabletop with us, a tabletop gaming every. I guess board gaming or whatever. What did I do here? Ooh, dyslexia does not like this. I think I'm trying to, yeah, I was trying to do the opposite. Oh, that kind of looks dumb though, doesn't that? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of board games I want, but I like co-op, like mystery games. Well, you know what? Maybe there's a good horror game or something on Steam. I don't even know, like, game-wise, what's coming out video games that he would want. I'm the Zelda fan. I'm the JRPG fan. You know what? Actually, wait. He didn't get the new Resident Evil 4. I just thought about that. Oh, that's one I could do. Oh my god. Really obvious one right there. Derp. Maybe I'll just do that. I guess I can get him the PS5 version. Hi. Thank you guys. You just let me talk it through, and now I understand. Now I have ideas. I'm the person that you could just give me free food to, and I'd be good. Oh, nice. I mean, I played the original, so it's not like. Okay, I use the word played very loosely. So I'm really bad at that kind of game, not because I'm scared, because actually it's the opposite. I'm the kind of person who runs into danger literally because I don't understand what's going on. But I suck at shooting. I think I mentioned that, Kiva, when we were in the Gundam stuff together. But no, I'm not kidding. I can't shoot or jump in games very well, unless it's sniper rifle. But yeah, so I actually watched, typically with most of the games like that, I usually watch Wong play them because he screams and it's hilarious. But for that one, I actually played with a different friend, and that was before I was streaming or anything. So Jinx is the name she goes by. But yeah, so I played it with her, and like at one time she's like, "You should take over," and so she handed it to me, and I accidentally put the gun away, and I couldn't figure out how to get it out, so I was trying to knife or like a mob of zombies, and yeah, it did not work. I've been staying away from spoilers mostly, but I did ask my friend one important question. Is the dog still there? And I was told yes. And that's all I needed. The dogger. Also, my god, you can't tell me Leon's not hot. I'm sorry, he's my type. My type goes from nerd to whatever Leon is. Badass? I don't know. Grumpy moody boy? And over his head boy? Emo kid. I don't normally like emos, but I think because I got attached to Leon early on. Also, he's pretty. Yes, doggo! No, it's fine. Oh, speaking of doggo, there's a doggo behind me.
It's on Netflix, so you
What's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Weird.
It's real life with a
Oh.
They're like hard-hitting jokes.
Oh, okay.
If you want to try it out.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm not calling Wong a dog. He is a dog. He's a flat-coated retriever. Oh my god. Speaking of weird dog things in Wong. So, we go to run fairs. Well, we did regularly prior to the pandemic and stuff, like on and off. So typically we hit the biggest one. We hit a big one in Bristol, Wisconsin. I think it's just called Bristol Run Fair. Sorry, no exciting name there. But anyways, one of the times we went down to one in I think that was in Mishawaka. It was in Indiana. Yeah, even Indiana has stuff. What do you know? Because yeah, Wong used to live down there. Mukashi. But yeah, my best friend used to live in that area too. So anyways, we went down there for the run fair down there, and they had this thing where like you could pay like a couple bucks and get somebody like put in the jail or whatever, and then decide the punishment. And so I did it for Wong, and I thought it would just be a really silly thing. And at the time we were joking about how Wong went on the carpet. Obviously, he just never peed the carpet that I know of. But anyways, so yeah, that's what I got him. I put him in. I was arresting him for. And I didn't realize they were gonna like shout it out. So we're just minding our own business and waiting for them to to get ready for it. And then they're like, Harry or whatever, Harry Wong or whatever. And like they're shouting, and it's like it's wanted for going on the carpet. And then like some lady in the audience, like everyone's trying like laughing so hard, and some ladies in the audience is very serious, and she's like, "It's okay. Sometimes I do too." Like obviously she was kidding, but like the delivery and everything. We stoned him to death was the punishment. He was put in the stockades for a bit too, which was funny. But yeah, like basically what they did is they had like pieces of foam covered in silver duct tape, and we threw them at him. Some little child joined us, and we're like, okay, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, no, it was fun though. The Bristol one has a water thing, which one of my friends was stupid enough to take and was like, you guys will never hit anything, because it's similar to a dunk tank, but not quite the same. Yeah, no, we got him soaked. I don't even remember who else was with me. I don't even remember who it was that I soaked. It's probably JKB, but I'm not 100% sure. I love JRPGs. It's actually was the first genre of game I really played. Star Ocean to this date is my favorite franchise. It is questionable as far as how well it's held up. 2 is still, if I'm going to recommend one in the game, I would recommend one in the game series. I would definitely recommend play 2. Second Story, Second Evolution. It's got a couple different names, depending on which version you're looking at. Although 3 is also a pretty good one, Till the End of Time, just because it was the first one to go in like 3D and stuff. So a lot of people like it for that. My favorite time of battle system in JRPGs is, what do you call it? Free run real time? Yes, Edge of Eternity, I know. I think that was one of the ones I haven't been able to play though, if I remember correctly. Let me do a quick search. Because if I'm thinking of that one, it's the one is Edge of Eternity. Yeah, that was one of the ones that I have in my wish list, I think. It is on my list, but yeah, I have not had a chance to play it yet, sadly. I've been, well, yeah, so I was in the middle of playing Tales of Arise when Star Ocean came out, and, yeah, Star Ocean came out right around my birthday, so I'm like, of course, I ditched, as much as I love Tales, I had to ditch it because Star Ocean, and I need to finish it, but I've been really swamped with work, and between that and my health, and it's just, so part of it is because I'm not sleeping well, I'm having trouble staying motivated and staying focused on things, which means like I'm doing longer on commissions than I used to be and other stuff, which means I'm losing more like the time I used to have to play some of this stuff. So it's kind of like this madness. But yeah, so I need to finish Star Ocean and then Tales of Arise, and then I can start looking at new games for myself. I also like detective games too. So I'm kind of like genre wise, I'm like all over. I actually did not think I would like, even though I like Zelda, I did not expect to like most of the action adventure games as well. But I actually ended up really enjoying the Nathan Drake ones, and then so I started playing Tomb Raider and stuff. Should probably finish that one too. And yes, I have the new Zelda ordered, of course, because why would I not? I feel like something should be here. Yeah, yeah, that works. That's nice and simple. It doesn't have to be complex. Yeah, ha 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 ha. But yeah. Another game series I really like that isn't super well known is called Summon Night. I did not realize Wong stuck a toothpick in my half burger. I almost ate the toothpick. Yeah, typically I would ink this before digitally inking, but this is called I'm lazy. And I haven't had time. But no, so the Summon Night game has a really interesting... okay, technically at this point in time, now there have been a few out. Back when I first started playing it, the only ones that were ever out in the US were the handhelds. For like the DS and stuff and DS Lite, and they were not as strong as the console versions. But now since then, the US has had 2 of the console versions come out. In fact, I was like, I'm always really leery when a game I like that I've played in Japanese gets picked up, because I am so mad at how they handled like the translations in Star Ocean. Don't even get me started on like the earlier games. Yeah, typically playing or watching something that involves Japanese dialogue with me is a lot of me yelling at the game or show. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not even a purist. It just, there's so much lost in translation, and to me it like changes the entire what would you say, like their relationships and stuff, character-wise and development-wise. And that's why I'm so like grr about it, because I hate when they do that. It doesn't make it the same anymore. Their relationship's totally different. Wow, wrong one. But yeah, so basically, I was like, where was I saying? Yeah, so 5 was originally a PSP game. I think it only got brought over here as a PSP game. Never mind, because that one is. I'm trying to think, how did I play that one? No, it was PSP I was playing. That's right, because I was playing it during a power outage. It had to have been PSP. But 6 got brought over. 6 was PS Vita and PlayStation in Japan, but they only brought over the PlayStation version in the US. And they did a really good job with it too. So yeah, they did a good job with 5 as well. It's a small studio called Gaijin Works, which that was another thing I was like, I've never heard of this studio. Like, who is this? Why are you picking up this game? Are you gonna make it mess it up? Am I gonna have to fight you? I did end up ordering it right off though, because not only were they bringing it over and that made me happy, but they actually had like some really good bonuses in theirs. Typically when you're dealing with special editions for games, have you ever noticed like, so like for instance, I always order the Japanese version special edition of Star Ocean because like I got figures with it. This time there was no figures, sadly, but like for 5, it was a Mickey figure. I'm not even into Mickey, and I got it. And then, for, like, what else? This time it was, rubber keychains. I also like rubber straps a lot. Because I can't break them. I am a very big klutz. I am blonde. For real. But yeah, so, but the US version was just, yeah, like they just had like the art book and stuff, because it's actually really funny. I confused myself when I was clearing out. Wong and I once just went through all of our video games that were the special editions and took out like the little extras in them so we could put them up somewhere else, and anything that didn't have extras and we didn't have an OST or whatever, we just put them back. And Like, Wong was like, why do you have two of this exact same art book? And we're flipping through and we're like, ah, one's in English, one's in Japanese. Yeah, so it's basically the only thing that the special edition of Star Ocean had in it for that one. I can't say for the US version because I didn't actually buy it. Was, of course, you have like the usual here is the, you know, here's the usual like DLC crap or whatever, but then you also had the OST and art book or whatever. But yeah, so technically I have two of that again, but I wanted the rubber straps. I like rubber straps. No, I always have to support it. I want to see more of my favorite game series get brought out. I would like to see them go back and redo some of the Super Robot War ones too. It'd be nice to see more of those in English. Maybe GBO will actually eventually legit get put out on PC instead of this. You know, we're dreaming of it. We've had what, 2 betas now? Technically 3. The first one didn't actually happen though. We just all hung around in the lobby, loading screen, whatever. Although I didn't really like the battle system in it. What? Oh my god, 13 Sentinels was a really good story. I didn't dislike the battle system. It was so contrastly different than the rest of the game. But that is one I never actually. I ended up not actually doing any of the play on it. I just watched Wong play. Mostly I watch the story stuff, but which is probably part of it too. Is like I probably don't understand the battle system. I was also gifted Stray right around the time. I figured I'll finish Tales of Arise, and then I'll play Stray, and then Star Ocean. Yeah, no, I never even had time to finish Tales of. I think I'm pretty far in it though. One of my really bad habits in video games, especially JRPG games, is going and getting up to like the final boss or the final dungeon and then just not ever beating the game. I was almost to that point in Tales of Arise and I'm like, oh god, is this gonna be me all over again with that? I do want to finish that one though. I've been trying to get better about that. I don't know, like, I think there's that part of me, and I'm guessing a lot of you guys can understand too, especially when we were younger and stuff wasn't as readily available with digital means and stuff. Like, you don't want the game to be over, because then it's just over. That's it. The Endora. Oh, yeah, I got distracted. I was talking about the battle styles in Summit Night. Let me explain it. So, basically, it's part, like, strategy game, which I like strategy games too, like Disgaea and Final Fantasy Tactics and stuff. I like those kind of games. Fire Emblem. That's kind of one of the big things I started with early on in gaming, because I went from like Chrono Trigger was my first game ever to Zelda to that. I was all over the place. But yeah, so those are fun kind of games. We're gonna go ahead and go up. But how did I do that? But yeah, so it's the battles themselves are like strategy. It is very similar to me at least. It seemed very similar to Disgaea's battle system or La Pucelle Tactics, or you know, one of those kind of games. I played a lot of Nippon Ichi kind of games at like early on. And then But then the rest of it is makes me think more maybe of Persona now, because it's not quite a dating sim and not quite as exact as Persona, but like you do interact with the characters and you get to choose what you do, and so it's like a visual novel type element to it as well. So I think that's why Persona was easy for me to get into, because it was very similar style wise for that. But at the same time, like I like the Phoenix Wright games too. So visual novels don't necessarily bother me. I like the ones that like I played Famicom Detective Club remake. Not online. I was sick, so I played that for. I beat both of them in like a day and a half. So I was laying on the couch sleeping. Biggest thing I have with a lot of JRPGs, it's not as bad now, but I know early on. So I'm really bad with, I do not like whiny, weak female type characters. I mean, that would stick to, males depends on how they are, but I feel like even if a male starts out whiny, like for instance, my favorite character is some reason Zenitsu in Kimetsu no Yaiba. I don't know why, he's totally not my normal type. But, I feel like a lot of times they'll get growth where a lot of the females just don't, because they're just there to be like the healer character. Like there's a certain type archetype for especially in the olden days of like the beginning of JRPGs, where the healer character was always the same type, and I hated them. So I would be the kind of person who would play like JRPGs without the healer. Yeah, I would rather die than have the healer, and that was that bad. So one of the reasons I think Star Ocean had such a big impact on me with that is because Rena was like she was the first healer. I was like, oh wait, I like this character. She's staying in my party because I like her, not because I necessarily need a healer. We all need healers though. And Star Ocean is a nice one too, because everyone can basically get a and at least they did it in 6 as well. You can get like a certain skills or whatever that will just let them level up, like heal themselves every now and then. So it's like that's useful. So my chaotic let's not play with a healer method worked okay in those games. But yeah, guys, I'm the kind of person who saved Aerith's death for a day I needed cheering up in the original Final Fantasy VII. So I'm trying to translate my sketch lines. Am I a horrible person? The answer is yes. At least now I feel like they've gotten rid of some of that. But yeah, for the longest time, like when I first got into Tales of Abyss was one of my favorite games, but it was really hard to explain because I didn't like 90% of the cast. But yeah, I mean, basically in that case, it was everybody who belittled the main character really got on my nerves, and I didn't like it. Not because it's like, I'm not saying the main character didn't deserve it at times, but I felt like so many times they were like, he's trying, and they're just like, screw off, like fuck off. I'm like, no. And then the one character, Tyr, Luke is the main character. So Tyr, yeah, I was like, I really hated her up until a point, and then I'm like, oh, she's starting to develop, and then she backslides, and I'm like, god damn it. Natalia, I think, was the only female who never, like, she wasn't, I don't want to say she was easy on him because that's not true, but she at least treated him like, okay, you're an adult. You can learn from these stupid mistakes you made. So she was okay. She was like the one female in that game I was okay with. Even the guys I didn't like. Like initially I didn't like Jade until I started doing more PAs with him further on. Oh my god, there's a tomato in my sleeve! I told you guys I'm eating dinner. I dropped the tomato in my sleeve. I hope it's out. It was on my salmon burger. Alright, I think I got it out. Don't mind me dropping tomatoes down my sleeves. It was a really cool Sherlock Holmes game I played on the PS5 too. It was gifted to me by my friend Bat for Christmas a few years back, but it was another one of those that I played when I was sick. It wasn't yeah, you had to look around and do stuff too, but you also got to like fight people, punch, and you got to jump on things, which was fun. Not have to jump, you could jump on things. Jumping was not a requirement. Okay, I think that looks okay. I like almost gave him like long nails, like though this is not that character. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm really chaotic with how I do how I do this too. I don't just like start at one place. I've sort of been jumping all over on him. I really wish I had more time where I could just like sit around and play games and do stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love getting art commissions and stuff and having people like want more of my art. And then even with like Patreon, I'm so glad I have people who are like on there like legit being like, give me my stuff. Like it's cool. It's cool that they're supporting me, but it also, all that little stuff adds up. And then you just, because I'm helping with Akiba Soul and then I teach at an art gallery, and then I also do freelance, and then I also work at the comic book store 3 days a week. I just sometimes don't have any free time. And it's sad. Tomato. No one told me adulthood would be this tiring. My hope too is the more I can get my health stuff at least under control, the better. I still am waiting for my new medication. As of Friday last week, the prognosis, the status was they needed a pre-authorization from my doctor, who said they needed the right forms to send to it. Because apparently they sent a pre-authorization out to the wrong pharmacy initially, using the stuff they had. So then they needed a different set of forms, and so yeah, basically this medicine is so like controlled that it's only sold by one pharmacy in all of the U.S. So yeah, it is FDA approved, but it is a newer one too. But yeah, so because of that, you know, they need to send it to them, but they need to do it a different way because it's a different pharmacy and blah, 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 blah. Did I even... No, that's not glasses. That's just messy. But yeah, so it's been this back and forth, and yeah, so they're currently at, okay, we need the pre-authorization, which they'd sent to CVS, which is not the right pharmacy, so they couldn't do anything with it. My insurance was like, I'm confused. This isn't right. This isn't all the information we need. After going back and forth between my insurance and the pharmacy that's actually filling it, it came down to the pre-authorization was messed up, and so they just needed to send a pre-authorization. They faxed it to my doctor, but apparently their fax machine was broken the 2 days it may have come in, because it was like they faxed it Thursday or whatever, and Thursday and Friday it was broken, so it's like, oh my god. But so I called everything, got it all kind of worked out last week by Friday, but you know, the weekend, I gave him the weekend, so I did message my doctor to be like, hey dudes, did you get anything? Have we heard anything? Do I need to scream at more people? I will fucking do it. Just let me have my goddamn sleeping pill / narcolepsy bed. I feel like I could tell you more what I don't have than what I have. No, it's not that bad yet. Okay, let's see. I really did something here. Isn't American healthcare is great. What humble brag? Eh? What? Oh, I don't have money. That was sarcasm. In fact, the only reason I'm actually able to get stuff is because I'm on like the state's poor people insurance. But because I've been now acknowledged as medically frail because of all my conditions and stuff, yeah. Now I get stuff without them fighting me. Yeah, hey, I fought, I think it took me, with my knee when it first initially went out, it took me, God, was it like 8-9 months to get my freaking MRI? Ooh, ow, that's rough. I have a friend who gets kidney stones all the time, so, ooh. Yeah, American healthcare is... Ooh, ow, that's rough. Yeah, for sure. Hi, RTD! Ooh, that's the worst. Yeah, But yeah, no, I'm sorry, guys. I am one of those people who is all pro, what is that called? Universal healthcare. Aw, yeah, but now you don't. Now you're doing better stuff and making ramen for me to eat. No, it was really funny because I always had like really crappy insurance, and then like when I guess I was on my my dad's insurance for the longest time too, because especially after Obama changed it, so what was it, you 26 or something was the age you could still be on your parents' insurance for a while. It was really no, that seems way too high, but whatever it was, I was still living at home and he was still able to declare me as a dependent on taxes, and whatever it was, it's been a long time. So yeah, that insurance was actually fairly good. But yeah, then for a while I wasn't on anything, so I was just suffering it. Maybe it is 26 then. God, I feel old. Yeah, I've been out of my parents' house for, well, actually not as long as you'd think, but probably close to 8 years now. Yeah, Obamacare was actually decent. The biggest issue is that it got gutted so bad by GOP and House and stuff during the initial thing, so a lot of it got screwed. Yeah. Well, and certain states didn't handle it well. Like in my case, Indiana was like, nope, we're gonna cut the hell out of it. I happened to get lucky though because one of the medical providers in this area actually decided to, like, did a how would you say it? Like they did a not a collab, but you know, they did a partnership thing with like the state's Medicare thing or whatever. And so technically what I have is Medicare. Medicaid? Which one is for old people? It's the one that's not for old people. But I think the reason I got in during that time was probably because a lot of people didn't know you could do that. Yeah, I got lucky because when I was researching trying to get on Obamacare, I found this and decided to put in for it, and I had to fight it. I didn't get in right away, but I was like, you know what? Based on what they said the benefits I'd get, I like this price. Like, for instance, all of my medication tends to be free. I don't have to pay for it, which is great because, like, so I had gotten offered a contract position at Walgreens, and I had to turn it down because when I was looking up the insurance stuff, one of my inhalers, so I have three inhalers. One is emergency, the other two are daily. One is twice a day, one is once a day. Well, the one that is once a day is $800 without insurance. And that's just one. That is the most expensive out of them, but still, like, ain't nobody got money for that. My other one that I take twice a day is $400, and then the one that is my emergency inhaler, that's the one that's only like $40 or $50, so that's the easy one. But yeah, I was like, oh god, yeah, there was no way. After looking it up, we were like, yeah, Wong and I looked everything over, and I had to turn it down because I'm like, I can't be off insurance because I need this stuff, and it would take so long. Even if I'd gotten through the recruiter's insurance, it would take so long to what are you doing, phone? Give me a second again. Why do you keep doing this, phone? Why are you like this? Whatever. Ah. Well, and at least, for the most part, I'm definitely better than I was. Oh my god. Because yeah, a lot of it is, I figured out about getting the allergy shots has helped. I had the balloon synapse, which helped. If you guys don't know what a balloon synapse is, it's a sinus thing. Basically, they stick balloons up your nose. Not quite that simple, but yeah, it's akin to that. I had that because, yeah, apparently I had some, like, sinus and, you know, stuff issues. When I had my allergy test, so they test you for 39 things. I tested positive to everyone. I'm like, oh, this is my life. Including cats, but, you know, we have cats, so. I mean, we knew I had some of the allergies that were on there, but some of them we were like, what? When did you get allergic to this? Yeah, I was so excited when I got my results back though, because I was like, oh my god, look guys, one of them is still not, I didn't test positive to, and I shared it with my game group I was gaming with at the time, and one of them pointed out that was the control sample, so of course I wouldn't come back positive. Like, god damn it. But that's why I've been getting allergy shots, and they help a lot. They definitely are expensive, so I'd also know it depends on what kind of shots you get too. My insurance is covering all of mine, thankfully, because I'm medically frail. I can't actually breathe well without stuff like this. But yeah, basically, yeah, I wasn't allergic to the control sample. But yeah, I think I get 4 shots every time I go in, so I get 2 in each arm. Mine was a total of, I think, was it 100 per shot or something? It was ridiculously high because of the amount of stuff in them. Wong's, on the other hand, I think he came up to like 40 for a shot, but he only needs like 1 or so too. So it was a lot different. He hasn't gotten them yet, but we looked into it. Well, like, I know, even when I originally looked into LASIK, I don't have LASIK yet, but it is a dream of mine. Yeah, I'm still eating. What's wrong? It's fine. But because I have astigmatism in both eyes and terrible eyesight, originally when it was, you know, still newer and stuff, they were talking LASIK would have cost me about I think like 12,000 per eye. Which is kind of why I avoided it, because like, man, it would be great to see, but ow, that price. But the last time I brought it up to my eye doctor, which I need to make an eye doctor appointment, it ended up being, it's down to more like 8,000 total. I was like, wow, that really dropped. So I want to look into that. It's still expensive. High speed. Oh my God, we really need a high speed rail system. And yes, RTD, I'm very fragile. Do not hurt me. Only feed me fries. Yeah, well, I mean, in my case, I'm not that far from you. I'm like, you're not that far, Sai, if you're still where I think you are. I think it's like 2 hours. That's 2 hours. I used to drive 5 hours and think nothing. Now I'm old. Now I just don't even want to leave my house. Aren't we all like that? We go from, oh yeah, traveling to, oh, who wants to leave the house? But yeah, I don't think that's that far. I feel like, let me check my schedule. Oh. Well, especially because, what is it? Mitsuwa is usually, not like, that's just it. We would use Mitsuwa a lot as a meeting point because of where it was. And there is a karaoke box near there. That's actually the one where, Firearm and I spent like 6 hours in the Japan, only box. It was great. Weekends are always really rough for Wong and I, just because Akiba Soul eats so much time. And now that I'm doing some shows again, because, you know, I'm poor, I need money. FBI, open up. I'm sorry, this is not Akiba Soul stream. I do not see any pictures of feet here. Well, yeah, it's a good time to set up your restaurant. Ooh, food. Well, I mean, we're definitely going to come up and see your restaurant when it's set up. I mean, that's definitely worth it. Whoa, nice internet. What kind of snacks and drinks are you going to be able to serve for karaoke? It's going to be basic. What do you mean? How is that nice? Wait, I'm so confused. I actually don't really like the karaoke box that we used to go to. I mean, they were always okay, but like, we realized that they have never once really offered us a menu or even mentioned, oh, hey, we sell drinks and stuff. And they could tell the first time when we came in, we were new. So like, we're always like, we've always just smuggled drinks in. I'm sorry, guys, we're those people. I would like easily throw money at them if they had offered, but they never did. They never pointed out a menu. They started finally putting it on the wall later on, but I've come to announce that Jig has decided to eat the moon. That is okay. I am okay with this. Oh, you can do whatever you want. Oh, the restaurant? That's not a bad thing, though. Sometimes if it has too much going on, it's not good. And I mean, if you look at like the ramen shops in Japan and stuff, they're not super intense. If you can get a liquor license, please carry Chuhai. I learned the hard way in Japan that Chuhai are very affordable. You can mix them yourself, that's fine. Wong's done that for me, yeah. But yeah, I didn't realize how affordable they were, so when we went to the izakaya, I had a little too many. I wasn't like drunk because I've never let myself get to that point, but we were trying to grab something and we were gonna go to Don Quixote and I just was like, donkey, 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 donkey. Oh my god, Strong Zero? Yeah, that I never had that one, but I didn't want to try it because I knew how strong it would be. Wong, did you actually try Strong Zero?
Yeah, holy shit, it's strong.
Okay, Wong says, yeah, holy shit was it strong.
I drank it in the morning for fun. I was like, oh, this is a bad start to the day.
Oh god, he had it in the morning for fun.
Yeah, I saw Kage Luna drink this. I was like, yeah.
Oh, okay, he drank it because Kaguya Luna did. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I was like, oh, this is hard.
But yeah, okay, yeah, no.
Empty stomach is dangerous.
Yeah, don't drink on an empty stomach ever, but yeah, that's definitely not.
9%, so yeah, it's crazy.
9%, yeah. Well, yeah, that's just it too. Is I didn't realize how high percentage the alcohol was in like the chew highs either. Also, RTD says hi, Wong. He says hi. Probably close to being about time to get. Yeah, so yeah, we had a lot of like crazy experiences and stuff like that. That's okay. We all learn. But yeah, no, the chew highs were great. And then, of course, when we went to the 7-Eleven, they had so many different flavors, and I wanted to try them all. That was the night that we ate cake for dinner. I'm not kidding. We literally got a cake. Like, so they were out of cake sets, so we just kind of made our own cake out of different pieces of cake, and we ate that. Don't drink on it. Well, to be fair, like, yeah, it's a perfect example of how what do you call it? Of how different, if you don't know how things are, you assume that it's going to be the same effect, but it's not. You're like, oh, it's not going to be strong. Nope. Surprise. Drink, yeah. What could fall over at the bar or the table? There's no cat around. Wait, why were they dropping money? I'll get Wong to do a shot if you give me $5. It'll be $800. I got him to do a lot of shots. He's like, no, I have to work. Wait, drink himself sober? How does that work? Oh. Oh, so is it kind of like the acquired taste stuff where your body just gets used to it? A charity stream. Okay, that's why I was like, why are people giving you money? That makes more sense. Why are they giving you money? Why aren't they giving me money? No, I couldn't do something like that. I am a really lightweight when it comes to alcohol, so I don't drink much ever. 20 beers later, he was sober. Okay, yeah, that's a fair. That's a fair. Yeah, that's a word. I see Wong moved behind me. You gonna do dailies? Okay. Who you gonna beat up? Box rooms. Yeah, I know. It's always work. All right. Well, I've been on for like an hour. This is good. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like the most distracted artist. So typically I watch stuff. Wow, that was actually what I wanted to do. It's going to be a while before I finish this commission because I got to figure out what the heck I was doing with half these lines. Do a flip. What? There, he did a flip. Really slow flip. No, I mean, I technically could, but I want to like go and socialize with Wong and watch dumb stuff on TV. I'll allow it. Also, I have to get back to some other work, and Akiba Soul should be in for me too relatively soon. So, but yeah, I will go raid somebody though. So let's go to this green. So we are trying to find a day to play some more forest. No, not cuddling. We're both working. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right, let's see. But yeah, so I don't know. We're looking at later this week. For that, I do know Saturday is my karaoke stream. So I may or may not be with somebody else. Like somebody may be joining me. We'll see. Oh, decisions. Like Oh, this is hard. Man, who do I wanna raid? I feel like Ito doesn't have a lot of people on, but he's playing Resident Evil 4, which is a good game. But then Hirosaki also doesn't have a lot of people, and he's playing Tales of again. Oh, why would you do this to me? Somebody flip a coin. Is there a coin flip online? Coin flip. Google. All right. Bye. Oh, hi, Ramlock. Wait, you're not on, are you? Don't do this to me. Don't make too many people on. I always try to look for who has who is a friend and also has lowest views. Or is playing a game I like. All right. This isn't even like a real flip. I want the ones that like flip. Just flip a coin. There we go. All right, Tails. Ironically, Tails was Tails. Okay, we will already Hirosaki. That's how I go. Bye, Ram. All right. Thank you guys for coming. I will see you later this week. Be sure to get the Hidalfer in space and throw me some fries and spank Spiker. I don't know. All right. Good night. Have a good night, everyone.